Forget new age music, forget rain on a tin roof. This is gonna be my Spotify relaxation meditation sound.
Guys, flying stinks in 2022. Airfare is expensive, logistics are terrible, flights are getting canceled. Let's talk road trips for the summer, but they've got drawbacks of their own. And by that, I mean tolls. But the Uproad app has a new, better way to deal with that. Uproad is an amazing connected app that allows you to pay virtually any toll in the country going through the express lane automatically with the app itself. You don't have to stop and pay the cash lane, and don't worry about getting those bills in the mail later by running the ticket line. I know you've done it. Hear me out. And we've talked about Uproad in the past and their basic plan, but now let's talk about their Pro plan. For $59.99 a year or $4.99 a month, there are added benefits such as a whole big mess of ways to pay. You can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, PayPal, credit card, or a debit card. You can connect up to 10 vehicles automatically on the Pro plan with no extra charge. There's protection against toll agency violation. There's a low prepaid account balance with auto refill. Just set it and forget it. And there's real-time toll alerts to help uncover those pesky hidden tolls. There's also a trip cost estimator built in to help you choose your route wisely and minimize the cost to you of those tolls. Plus, you can mark transactions as business or personal for if you're on the road for work. Now we've got the special deal. Hit the link in the video description. Use code TST2022, TST2022 to get a $10 toll credit when you download the Uproad app. Be safe on the road this summer. Don't let the tolls get you down. And thanks to Uproad for sponsoring today's video.
This was about to be a very expensive day. I've been a huge fan of the M3 sedan, the V8 powered one, since they came out. I think they're one of the best looking cars BMW's ever made. They sound amazing, they make a ton of horsepower, and I have an E46, which is sitting back there. And it might be expensive because I'm really worried that I'm gonna come out of today and wanna shop for E92s, and I can't do that. So this is dangerous. Let's get the specs out of the way on this thing, because it's not as unassuming as it looks. This is a very clean build. The owner, Alex, bought this car in August, and when he bought it, it was bone stock. And what it is a 2011 BMW M3 sedan, competition package, slick top, manual seat option, and that's it. It is the only one in America that was sold with this configuration and this color. There are a few others that are a different color, but they also have the electric seats. So this is the only red slick top manual seat car. The seats are interesting because they're manual front, back, and lean, but they still have the electronic bolsters and lumbar. So that's kind of the perfect combination for a seat. A little bit lighter than the electronic ones, but still very form-fitting and comfortable. So he buys the car in August and has it a month, and then decides to do everything. And everything includes Ohlins coilovers, 18-inch wheels down from the 19s, staggered. They are 275 front, 295 rear, 18s. Excellent. Did a Brembo big brake kit, 6-piston front, 4-piston rear. And then the pièce de resistance, the reason you probably clicked on this video, Supercharger. ESS Supercharger. His criteria for this car is that, one, he wants it to be as reliable as possible. Yes, he did the rod bearings. He also wanted it to be quiet in the front. He didn't want supercharger whine, and that's what he got. I like supercharger whine. I think it would have been cool to have that. Maybe some induction noise, but we'll get to that. And what he ended up with is, I think, one of the best looking, cleanest modified E92s I've ever seen. It just looks like it has smart wheels and tires on it with some brakes. And then you find out that, oh yeah, it has 500 horsepower at the wheels. Speaking of that, let's go find out what it's like, and we will talk more about this on the road. Oh Well, that sound just won my heart. My car doesn't sound like that. I really like my E46, but you cannot mess with that sound. That sound sold a lot of cars. Oh, damn it. Damn you, Alex. Damn you for emailing me an ESS Supercharger. Centrifugal design as they are, otherwise the hood would have to be 8 feet tall. Oh! Boost the power from 420 horsepower to 510 at the wheels on 91 octane. And what is awesome about this is it hasn't lost or changed any of the natural character of this car. This car revs to 8,300 RPM in stock form. Max torque is at like 5,500, something like that. Like it's a tall power band. And this didn't change it. You know, I love superchargers. I love the instant response they have, and I love the whine that they have, although this one has none of it. But you do run a risk of dropping your power band too low, which can change the character of a car. Sometimes for a good thing, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. Oh, thank God for those brakes. But here, it still revs to 8,300 RPM. Power is still at the top, super linear power band. Honestly, it doesn't even feel like it's supercharged until I start looking down at the speedometer. The rate of acceleration is just so much more. I mean, we've got over 100 more horsepower. I don't know the torque number. All that poured through this balanced chassis. You know, aluminum control arms, strut bar connectors, coilovers. This thing has a really good alignment on it. Sitting low, but not too low. I got no tire rub happening over that last compression. The damper sorted out really quick. And the steering feel in this is good. I think it has better steering feel than my car. Something about this rack, it's still hydraulic. It feels better. It feels better. It could be a lot of things. It could be the alignment, it could be some other stuff. But it is just responsive and talkative. I am a fan. I am not bringing this car back. We are driving to Nevada now. Let's turn around here. Thankfully, he didn't lower it too much. It's pretty low. I would put it up about ½ an inch just for the usability factor, but it's not as daily. Daily's a Tesla. Drives this thing like once a week. Some of you detectives may have noticed in the interior shots that the shifter boot is a little bit wonky. Well, that's also because you might have noticed that the shifter is different. This is a shifter from the F80. It's got a shorter shaft. It has better feel. He likes the way it looks, and he put it in last night. And apparently the glue didn't really hold on the boot. So, I'll let it slide. The shifter does feel really good. It's got a lot more accuracy and feedback than, let's see, the new M4 I drove, the F80 I remember, and even more than my car. But if you're out there and you're gonna offer your car up for a one take, don't change things the night before. It almost never works out. Okay. Oh, V8s are so addictive. Oh man, I miss V8s so much. Turbo cars these days, they're good. They make a lot of power. They found a way to make all the torque at the bottom. They're very responsive. They get better miles per gallon. But, you know, this sound in this NA response, it makes engines feel tight. With a lot of turbo cars, as you add a little bit of throttle, you sense the most infinitely small amount of delay between your foot and the forward thrust. It's very, very small. But with this, with the new GT3s, with any high output NA motor, you know, almost regardless of cylinder size and displacement, you feel every little millimeter of throttle pressure. It goes through your foot, into the engine, into the tire, into your back, and there is just no delay. Oh, damn it, I want to buy one of these. Wow, and it is fast. It is fast. I keep thinking I'm in a stock car, and it makes me want to go buy a stock car, but the truth is, this is much, much faster. It just feels right. It feels right. The power band feels correct. It feels OEM. It's just with the hand of God pushing you from behind and just helping you along a little bit. Yes, the parts in this car are amazing, but let's remember that when they built this car, this is not just a 3 Series with a big engine and some fender flares on it. BMW changed like 80% of the parts in this car. I mean, this has all aluminum control arms, aluminum knuckles, there's bracing, there are spot welds. The whole body kit is different, obviously. They put a lot of time, brain power, and money into making the car wider, more stable, more responsive, all in the name of making it a better performance car. They could have just added the motor, but as we know, by looking back through the ages of the cars, engineers are always going to want a wider track. That makes a car more and more stable. It reacts better. I mean, every time they come out with a new generation of a car, Porsche, Camaro, whatever, the tracks usually get a little bit wider. But that leads me to a discussion of size. This car is obviously bigger than the E46 that preceded it, but I want to put it into context for the newer cars. This car has a 108.7-inch wheelbase. It's 182 inches long overall and 71 inches wide. The F80 is 2 inches longer than this car, and the new M4 is 7 inches longer than this car. The new M4 is also 4 inches wider, but honestly, sitting here, I don't know what I would need more space for. There's so much space over this armrest. For me, it's almost like a bit of a reach, and I know that crash safety also has an influence over the width of cars. We need, side airbags, all these other things. But this doesn't feel like a small car at all. Now, this does not have electronically adjustable dampers anymore. It's got fixed coilovers, but the M button still works, which turns down traction control, turns up the throttle response, all that stuff. But the EDC button is just for show, or you can hit it to signal that you're headed to a rave in Vegas. Let's, I'm not gonna launch it, I don't wanna break anything, but we're gonna just try a little, okay, first gear. No wheel spin, all grip, 8,300 RPM, oh my God. Oh, I had no idea it was so loud outside. Oh, I didn't know. I should be driving with the windows down all the time. You don't need to hear me talk. You hear me talk all the time on the podcast. Oh my God, I feel like I've been living my life looking at black and white television. I just got color. Holy. Oh! Spellbound. I really am. I am spellbound. I am very impressed. I'm very jealous of Alex, and I'm very happy for him because he said that this is his never sell car. He's flipped cars. He's owned a bunch of different M cars. He said he's always wanted to do a complete build, all the pieces. And I think he's done a really good job. Him, the shops he's brought it to, whoever did the alignment on this thing, it's all so good. Oh, these brakes, so good. Little chatter over those little cracks in the pavement. No sway bars on this either. Stock sway bars. Just, I'd say a medium aggressive alignment. Good tires. Man. Fuck! What a car! Alex, well done. BMW, well done. ESS, well done. Thank you guys for watching.
And remember, always fight your tickets. Use code TST10 on the Off the Record app available in the Android and iOS store, or go to offtherecord.com/TST.